Everything just started to come true. I just need you guys to know that everything is possible. A mindset of lack into a mindset of abundance. Things just started to literally crumble inside my lap. Hey guys, so yesterday was the winter solstice and I had like this weird manifestation slash epiphany, just like this new feeling of excitement for the next year and like just knowing that I'm gonna manifest my dream life even more than what I already have. So I wanted to go ahead and make a video on how I manifested my dream life and share that all with you guys. I just got back from the gym, so I'm gonna go shower, do my skincare, put on some makeup, and then we're gonna get to chit-chatting. Hey guys, my name is Maia Elise. Whoa, that's not the intro. So I just got out the shower. I washed my hair. If you don't know, I have a sew-in at the moment, but I washed it because it was very like tangled, and I already did my skincare. I did a winter solstice type of manifestation yesterday, which was December 21st. I just like had an epiphany about life and my manifestations and like how successful I has become at the age of 23 in the middle of a pandemic and all these things. And I wanted to share it with you because a new year is coming right around the corner, or the new year is already here depending on when this video goes up. And I just want to spread the idea of manifestation and really just the idea of changing your mindset to create the lifestyle that you have always wanted, because you literally can do it. It's not even funny. Like, I went from being broken up with, moving back into my household, which I hated and I didn't want to be in, having no money to my name, struggling to graduate, being behind in graduating, and literally at the age of 20 through 22 in the middle of a pandemic, creating a six-figure business, traveling to New York for almost 2 weeks for one of my clients, starting this in my Instagram and my TikTok, going viral on TikTok, living in my dream apartment, getting engaged to my fiance, and really building on our relationship and creating a more healthier relationship and making so many new friends. And it's so crazy how within a year and a half everything has done a full 180, and it's literally only because I changed my mindset and because I started manifesting and got into like the manifestation abundant world. And I want to share that with you guys. Let's jump straight into it and start talking about how you are going to be able to manifest your dream life this upcoming year and literally create and become everything that you ever wanted to be. Where's my makeup bag? There is nothing in this world that is going to hold you back from what you want to do and how successful you want to be and all your dreams and goals and things like that besides you. You are going to be the reason why you are or you are not successful. Hold on. Sorry, I had to do some client work really fast. If you were anything like me where you have a very like sad background, you have childhood trauma, abuse, manipulation, potentially being exposed to like narcissism, you can change your life. I promise you, you can. I used to sit there and be so depressed and so sad and be like, there is no one that's gonna save me. I can't even save myself. And I just need you guys to know that everything is possible. I grew up in a military family. My dad was in the Army for 23 years, and I grew up without really having stability. My dad wasn't really in my life for a majority of it, mostly because he was like always deployed and he did military intelligence, so he was like doing some of the high intelligence secret stuff for the government that nobody knows of besides him, which is really frustrating because I wish he would tell me, but he refuses. I was moving every 2 to 3 years. I lived in about 8 different states. I used to live in Spain. I literally had no stability. At a young age, I had already developed an eating disorder at a very young age, probably around like 7 or 8. I started like developing anxiety and depression, which I know because I used to write stories and poems and stuff whenever I was that age, and I have those journals and they're so sad to look back at. I hated being home. I loved my siblings, but you know, they were living their own life and it was just really hard for me, you know? Like, you know, if you're Black and how Black families typically, they don't really acknowledge emotional like trauma, or they don't really have emotional intelligence. So I didn't get the help that I needed at a very young age, and it was just bad. And like I said, as I got older, I genuinely didn't believe that I was going to make it to the age of 18. I was a really hard worker. I started working whenever I was 12. I was like, I'm literally just gonna work for the rest of my life. I'm probably never gonna get in a relationship because I don't know how to love people without self-sabotaging. I had a very pessimistic mindset. My life was miserable. I would dread waking up in the morning. I would dread having to go to school. I would dread having to put on a smile on my face. Literally, I should have been an actor whenever I was in high school and middle school. Literally, I would be like so depressed, dissociating, and someone would come up to me and immediately I would snap on and just talk to them and like, oh my God, like how are you doing? Be happy. And as soon as they left, like literally the smile would leave my face and I'd be like, ugh. Like if you have ever seen Vampire Diaries, then you know how they like flip the switch and they turn off their humanity. That's literally what I did, not even joking. Like I ended up going to a community college. I was working at Hooters for a while. I was doing like RBT, which is like registered behavioral technician stuff for children with autism, which is what my sister does. I got into a relationship with my fiance, but at the time we were both so toxic and so miserable with life that it was just not a healthy relationship. I ended up moving back in with him. I ended up moving in with him like 4 or 3 months and dating him. It was crazy. I was going buck wild and life was just terrible. I was so depressed and so anxious that I was literally wishing that I could just get into a car accident. And then like 2 weeks after I was like persistently just thinking about this, I ended up getting into the worst car accident. I flipped my car on the road that my parents live in currently, which is like a back road. It's a 2-way road. I completely damaged everything. My car was completely totaled. And I walked out of that alive, which is so surprising because all the people that had parked to like help me and even the ambulances were like, you should not have made this at all. Like you literally should have died in that car accident, which I can tell like a whole story time about that later. Ever since I started manifesting, every single manifestation that I wrote down and that I truly believed and I truly wanted and I worked on changing my mindset happened. I grabbed my manifestation journal. This is what I started in 2020, where I started writing down all my manifestations. I did a lot of my research on TikTok and like learning more about like spirituality and manifestations through TikTok. But of course I did like more research actually online and then actually is talking to other like spiritual coaches and things. But this is my manifestation book. I write all my manifestations in here. I'm actually running out of pages. And the first ever manifestation that I made was in August 30th of 2020. I did the 369 method and I wrote down, I will make over 6 figures and become financially stable within 3 months. You can literally see it there. The list just continues. On September 3rd, kind of like what I said before, again, did the 369 method at 9 a.m. I will make over 6 figures within 2 months and I'll have a successful business and lifestyle. And so from August 3rd until like September 3rd was whenever I started manifesting. By June 2021, I'll have a luxury, beautiful 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom apartment with white modern kitchen, renovated bathroom and kitchen, big bright windows, a large bedroom, and a deck for less than $1,800 a month. My apartment is everything that I manifested. This apartment is everything that I asked for in April of 2021, and I moved in June or July of 2021. There's just so much that has been able to like come true for me manifesting, and it's insane because you guys can do this too. Like another one I wrote that was in October of this year, I said hit 4K on Instagram, hit 55,000 on TikTok, hit over 250 YouTube subscribers, make over $1,000 in one of the courses that I was selling, which it actually came true. And then some personal goals that I had for myself that I was manifesting was eat a lot healthier and stay more hydrated, which is something that I'm still working on, but definitely like I have gotten so much better since then. And all these things are coming true and it's actually insane. So now I'm gonna tell you guys all about how to do it, how I manifest, and how you guys can start manifesting too. So the first thing that you are going to want to do is really work on your mindset. Overall, like your mindset is the indicator that is really going to determine whether or not you're going to create the reality that you've always wanted, or if it's gonna do the complete opposite. You can put hours and hours and hours and time and effort and tears into your passion, into what you love to do, and you can still go nowhere in life, and it is more than likely because of your mindset. So whenever it came to me, and for example, using my business, whenever I first started off, I was in a mindset of lack. I didn't believe that it was gonna be very successful. I was very nervous. I wasn't very confident. I didn't know how to pitch myself. First few months of my business were very bad. I was working practically 40 hours, only making $500 a month. Once I started to realize that I was worthy of my rate, that I was worthy of having high ticket clients, and I shifted a mindset of lack into a mindset of abundance, things just started to literally crumble inside my lap. One of the things that you're gonna wanna do is really start to think positive. Whenever you're a pessimistic person like I used to be, or if you have a lot going on in life, it's really hard to remain positive sometimes. Your subconscious mind does not care about anything else besides what you tell it. You have your conscious conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is generally, in my opinion, what is running the program, what is like creating your reality, and your conscious mind is who you are. So for example, if I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, I'm fat and ugly all the time, my subconscious mind is gonna register, oh, she's fat and ugly.
Okay, bet.
My subconscious mind is immediately going to feed me that thought that I am fat and ugly. Whenever I'm trying on clothes, it's gonna immediately feed me that thought. But whenever I start changing my mindset and starting to look in the mirror and saying to myself, no, I'm beautiful, those things are how you can immediately start to change your mindset and start constructing it into exactly how you want it to be. This is also extremely helpful in my opinion if you do have anxiety, because that's something that I have struggled with too. I have a lot of worrisome thoughts and a lot of overthinking and things like that, and so one of the best ways that I have been able to really put that to rest is to kind of imagine my subconscious thoughts that are negative, or all my negative overthinking thoughts, as like an annoying person. I named her Lavatka, and I named her Lavatka, and anytime getting ready and I look at myself and I say, oh, I'm fat and ugly, I literally imagine myself like opening the door and hearing, like seeing this stupid cartoon, like dressed up, like lopsided boobs, like glasses are half off, and she's just like, you're fat and ugly. And if someone was literally to come to my house and do that, I would literally be like, shut up. Not only has this really helped with my mindset, but this has also really helped with my anxiety and has really helped shift the complete thought processing that I have. And whenever a situation presents itself and you're sitting there, instead of thinking, oh, I'm not worthy, it's like, nope, I'm confident, I know I can get through this. That is the great way to start practicing your mindset shift. I manifest better whenever I am very positive, whenever I'm confident, whenever I'm feeling myself, whenever I'm feeling very good, because my energy levels are high. Woo! One of the biggest things that comes from manifesting, aside from your overall mindset, is really just focusing on the feeling. Whenever I am manifesting, I like to sit there and meditate for a little bit, whether that be actually putting a meditation on the screen, whether that be just like trying to raise my energy and overall just really lift my mood, and putting on a manifestation song, as I like to call it. One of those songs is Clarity by Zed and Foxes, and another one is Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding. Whether they're on the radio or it's just like on the shuffle playlist of Spotify or something, I just can't help it. I like subconsciously just start manifesting and I just start envisioning everything. You really want to focus on the feeling. How does it feel to wake up every morning and have the lifestyle that you want? So once you have your mindset down, it is going into manifestation. There are a bunch of different manifestation strategies that you can do. One of the best ways that you can also start manifesting your life is vision boards, whether that be creating a Pinterest, creating a physical vision board to put somewhere in your home, creating a vision board on your desktop. In 2019, I watched the Law of Attraction for the very first time. It was completely life-changing to me, and upon watching that video, I had my fiance, who was my boyfriend at the time, drive me to Target and help me buy different things so I could create a vision board and put it in our bedroom. I created this huge vision board and I put it in my bedroom. So every time I woke up, since it was on the opposite wall of the bed where my desk was, I saw it. Whenever I was walking into the room, I saw it. I was always looking at this vision board and thinking about it and longing for it and thinking about the feeling. So if there's one thing that you want to do that's like pretty simple and easy and also allows you to be pretty creative, is creating a vision board. Another manifestation that you can do is overall scripting. There are various different scriptings that you can like research and find, but I'm going to talk about two that I do specifically. The one that I started off doing is the 369 method. 369 method is basically writing your manifestations 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and then 9 times in the evening and every day. 369 method is what I started with, and all those things came true at the end of the day. Aside from the 369 method and overall scripting, another thing that I do is every month I create a manifestation goal. So at the end of the month, I will take a piece of paper, whether it be a post-it note, a notebook paper, whatever, and I'll write down the month. So the next one coming up would be January 2022. I would write down all the manifestations or all the goals that I want, and I would be very specific and I would post it somewhere. This is something that I do all the time every month, and it's something that really just helps me keep track of my manifestations, and it's just very fulfilling to kind of sit back at the next month and see what was accomplished. The next thing I want to discuss, kind of like what I mentioned, is having a manifesting song. I don't really know how common this is just something that I do, but whenever it does come to like a manifesting song, I kind of manifest to the beat of it. So for example, if you've listened to Clarity, like you know that it's kind of like a techno-y type of song. So if you don't know the song, at the end of Clarity, like towards the end of it, it's kind of like a build-up of the song. And it's like, hey, and it's like doing all this stuff, and it's like, hey, but it's like a specific beat. It's like, hey. And so whenever that happens, this is so weird to sit here and say this, and like each beat literally I'm sitting there daydreaming about a different specific flash of the life that I'm manifesting. So it's like marriage, kids, traveling, being on a plane, being in Paris, being in Puerto Rico, you know, like, and since I'm already in such a good mood and I'm just like having a great time, it just really, like, in my opinion, helps lift my energy. It really helps like uplift my vibrations. It makes me feel very confident and very excited for my future. And so that is another thing that you can do whenever it comes to manifesting, aside from scripting and also aside from overall having a vision board. Is there something else that you guys can do? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was very informational for you. Let me know if you guys want me to like do a Q&A. If you have any questions about manifesting or my manifesting journey or my manifesting story, please comment them below. I would love to do a Q&A session. I hope that you guys have an amazing 2022. I hope that it is filled with all the abundant and love that you deserve and that you need in this life. I hope that you start working on your mindset and really just shifting it. Whenever you just start thinking in a more positive way and you just become so confident, not only within yourself, but in your decisions, in your mindset, in your body, in your language, in your speech, in your presence, all those sorts of things, just life just seems so much easier and so much nicer. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps me a lot. Also, don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you guys know whenever I upload. I'm actually going to be very consistent in January, so I'm really excited about that. But don't forget to follow me on my social media. I'm going to have them all listed right here. And I want to say thank you guys so much, and as always, keep it wholesome.